Oh hey, it's Friday, and that means Zer's here. You know, guy that occasionally brings good stuff. Sometimes, mostly exotics. You know, yeah, he's over here, left side of the tower, by this door, and he's got some stuff. I think, you know, it can't be all that bad. Okay, Merry Christmas, sir. Okay, we got a legacy and or legacy helm engram here. I don't you can get some helms, legacy engram. Can't get light level relevant gear, but you can pick up some helms. Empyrean Bellicose intellect strength aiming weapons while airborne holds you in place with full super orbs recharge melee. Uh, True Vanguard made a wonderful build with this, where he's using this to like sky snipe people in the air in PvP. It's a fun, interesting choice. Intellect strength roll. Not too sure about that particular role. This one has Ashes to Asset, Second Thoughts, and Better Already as well. But the anti-grav thrusters are a very fun thing to use in PvP. I don't know how PvE viable this helm is. The whole collecting orbs when your super is full will recharge your melee ability is definitely nice. If I want to do a melee build though, I'm going to use a different exotic though. These are fun niche exotic for those that want to try out a different play style. Sky sniping is one of those, and then it's just nice to get a interesting perspective on a PvP match sometimes to float about in the air and kill people. We have the Knucklehead Radar, Intellect and Strength. The radar remains visible while aiming primary weapons. Inverse Shadow, Hands On, Better Already. And we have another Intellect and Strength roll. Not a very good roll at all, though. So, Sensor Pack, look, this is exotic. I used the hell out of this thing in year one. Loved it. Still think it. The color scheme goes so wonderfully with my helm. Look at that. It's beautiful. But, you know, Yard, if you really want that effect, you can use the artifact, or you can use the artifact that gives that, or you can just use this and then a different artifact. I don't know. I'd much rather use Bones of Ao and then the artifact to gain this effect when aiming primary weapons. I don't feel like this is really worth the exotic slot anymore, especially with I don't know, just that artifact being there. This is good if you don't have the artifact or are just looking for something interesting to use. It is very fun with No Land Beyond or Universal Remote because you can aim down, see your radar when aiming down sights. But otherwise, it's you pass. The Ram, praise me, indeed. I always love that flavor text. Solid strength roll. I'd definitely re-roll that. Gain intellect or gain increased armor and all Voidwalker attacks trigger lifesteal on hit. Very good. Very good ability for Voidwalkers. I still prefer Ophidian aspects, but man, the increased armor from this can make you tank some pretty serious damage. I know it definitely messes up my throwing knife combos as a hunter. But yeah, and it also has hands-on, heavy lifting, and infusion. This is still a top tier exotic for PvP, in my opinion. The lifesteal on hit is very solid. You are going to win a lot of melee fights because of that lifesteal. You don't even have to have um you don't even have to have your melee charge up. You can just smack someone with it down and you'll still get the life gain, which is really, really, really good. Plus armor. Armor is one of the best things in PvP, and if you are a warlock, you can get a hell of a lot of armor and a hell of a lot of recovery, the two stats that you really want. Plan C. This is one of my favorite fusion rifles in the game. Charge and equip times are very short, and immediately after a weapon swap, that's kind of the main perk there. So basically, the way this weapon works is you swap to it, and then you can instantly fire off a shot just instantaneously for a very short amount of time. You have a wonderful array of options for speccing out this weapon for more stability or maybe more range. You can get accelerated coils to speed up the charge time, reduce the impact, hammer forge to increase the range, or perfect balance to increase stability. One of the lovely things that I love about fusion rifles is no matter who you ask, you're probably going to get a different answer on how to spec one of these, because fusion rifles are really one of the few weapons that allow you to spec them however you want. Some people value stability more, some people value range more. Some prefer higher rate of fire ones. Some prefer lower rate of fire ones. There's a lot of really interesting things that you can spec with the fusion rifle because there's no real absolute best way to spec them. They're all, they're very personal, which is something I like about them. Plan C, probably one of the best fusion rifles out there. Real crafty, loves using this thing, and I mean I can see why. It's really the best fusion rifle that exists right now. So if you want to do some vooping, some fusion rifling, pick up Plan C. It's really good. For the curios, we got the blue plasma drive and the red one. Ooh, the stealth drive. I wouldn't recommend picking up the red one. It doesn't actually show up that well. Okay, we got heavy ammo sense for 3 and 10. 3 and 10. 3 and 10. Oh, wait. He's not selling 3 of coins. Interesting. So he can either sell heavy ammo sense or heavy ammo sense. Well, yeah, I suppose that's about right. Glass needles to respec pretty much all of these. None of these rules are really spectacular. Motes of light, and then exotic shards. Yay. A lot of people asked last week, Patrick, don't you know that you can just, buy heavy weapons and then level them up and then dismantle them to get exotic shards? You don't need to buy them from Xur. Well, yes, that's true, but I value my time very heavily, so I'm just not going to sit there and level up a bunch of weapons and dismantle them and level them up and dismantle them. I'm just going to buy them from Xur. It's so much more convenient. It's great. Love it. So yeah, definitely pick up Plan C if you don't have it yet. Wonderful fusion rifle for both PvE and PvP. Definitely counters some shotgun users. Ram, top tier helm. Other two, kind of niche play styles. Imperium Bellicose is definitely worth picking up to mess around with. Knucklehead Radar, I'd probably pass on it entirely. Xur, it's an okay week. It's an okay week. I'll give you a pass for Christmas. That's what this coming up this weekend. All right, everyone. I'm starting to ramble, and it's 3:30 a.m. I will see you later.